Hi, I'm Gina,
Hello, Rosemary.
and today I'm drawing Minus slash Linus from Sharkboy and Lavagirl, but with a JoJo's Bizarre Adventure kind of aesthetic. Uh, Recently I was figuring since all this quarantine stuff is going on that I would make a new video and try and get back on track since I have too much time at my disposal. So I was looking through some Instagram challenges. I saw the screen cap redraw challenge and thought it would be fun to do something like that. But on my search for some old stuff that I haven't seen since I was a kid, I ran into Sharkboy and Lavagirl, which made me and Rosemary really want to watch it. So we ended up watching it, and I totally forgot.
I wanted to watch it more.
Yeah, Rosemary wanted to watch it more. And while we were watching it, I remembered the character Linus. It's like the bully of the boring main character Max, and he just gives it so much energy in the movie. It's kind of unbelievable for a kid that's like, I don't know, 13, something like that. Pretty young, but he kind of seemed like a cartoon character, but like in real life. And he had more energy than any other kid in the movie. Probably more energy than like George Lopez in the movie too. And George Lopez was the villain and also as an adult. So I was very inspired by the performance of the guy. What's his name? Jacob Davich. Davich. So I decided to draw him because of his energy. I couldn't help but imagine him as a JoJo villain. The movie had like all this weird energy to it, and like the character was so overdone that I really wanted to imagine him as like an anime villain. And I thought JoJo and like Dio specifically, and like the very like weird overdone posing and stuff would really match up well with it. So I drew him as a JoJo villain, and is sort of inspired, not necessarily in the exact style of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, inspired by it.
What elements were the JoJo and what elements were from Sharkboy and Lavagirl?
I took the costume from the actual movie. I spiced it up a little bit. I mean, the costume was like super well done itself. It's very hokey. It kind of reminds me of the one villain from Lazy Town.
Oh,
The We're Number One guy?
the really hot one?
I guess.
What's his name? I don't remember.
Robbie Rotten.
Oh, yeah.
Because his whole outfit is kind of like very saturated colors, like very cartoony and kind of plasticky. And that's kind of the feel I got from the costumes in the movie too. Probably because they were a lot of like silicone and stuff from because it was a pretty low budget movie.
Yeah, it looked very uncomfortable to actually wear, and that's what makes you know it's good stuff.
Yeah, especially like Sharkboy and Lavagirl's outfits. They reminded me of the Spy Kids 3D Game Over, where they were just like kind of almost one-piece costumes, and so like they couldn't really move a lot, and so they had their arms out a lot, like out like they couldn't put them down at their sides. And actually in the 3D Game Over movie, Elijah Wood is like the chosen one in the video game world. They shot him from a front view and didn't do any shots in the back of him because the costume that he was wearing was so small on him that it wasn't connected in the back. They couldn't zip it up in the back. If you rewatch the movie, he's also kind of like he's got his arms out like they're being pulled off of him.
Like when it's winter and your mom put like 5 coats on you and you're like, I can't move.
Yeah. So the costume itself was already pretty well done for making it look animated and super villained up. I just made the collar a little more bigger. I made his hair was like in like the like tiniest mohawk ever because the kid's hair also isn't that long. So I made the mohawk a little more intense too. I gave him those intense anime light up eyes.
Oh, I was gonna say like the 10-year-old boy mohawk.
Yeah.
Like the little like they're really cool, but like
it's very mid 2000s. My mom won't let me grow my hair longer than this, but I'm gonna try and do something kind of haircut. That's kind of, the whole movie felt like a mid 2000s kind of thing, like a fever dream almost. The movie just didn't make sense. That's why also I was like, oh, JoJo is kind of a good fit for this because it's JoJo. Also, it's just like sometimes it's all over the place with like what happens, like the one I think it's Stardust Crusaders where they get the stands and stuff. It just kind of comes out of nowhere, and they're like, "Oh yeah, Hado." It's at first it's just like, "Oh, Hado is like energy of the world, and you can use it to punch harder and stuff." After that, they're like, "Oh yeah, also Hado gives you superpowers where ghosts come out of your body, and you get a special form." I don't know. It's wacky. It's weird. They expect you to suspend your disbelief a lot, and so does Sharkboy and Lavagirl in a way, in a very weird way.
Oh, George Lopez. He's the best part of that movie. I couldn't stop laughing every time he was on screen. I would like kill to be in the room where he was filming that and just pressing his face against a glass pane, I guess. I have no idea how that was done.
I almost was gonna do George Lopez for this one, but I'm sorry, Linus stole the spotlight for me. George Lopez had all those weird puns where he would then explain the pun after the joke was made, because I guess kids are too dumb to even get the simplest form of humor.
Or maybe it was so that it made him look stupid.
I guess. I don't
like,
trust
he was supposed
that.
to be like, cool, but like not at all cool.
Yeah, but Linus was just too funny and too entertaining, especially when he would like scream. So yeah, I didn't change the costume all that much because it was perfect. I just intensified it a lot more. I really wish I could see a Sharkboy and Lavagirl anime.
That would be kind of cool.
That would be.
Oh, Lavagirl was just, I could not, she was like when I was little, I was like, I think why do I feel weird looking at, when I was little, of course.
Even back then I was like, but Linus looks cool. I don't know, his costume was better than everyone else's. Linus is just too entertaining. I kept imagining him as with Dio's voice, like, JoJo. That's really bad. Never mind.
No, one more time.
It was I, JoJo. It was I, Max. I took your dream world. So that's the piece, minus the villain from Sharkboy and Lavagirl.
The Adventures.
From the Adventures of Sharkboy and Lavagirl in 3D as a JoJo or villain. Thank you for watching, guys, and let's say goodbye.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. See you later.
Bye.